Hey guys, today I'm showing you how to make raspberry meringue mille-feuille. This is such a pretty dessert and looks like something you'd get from a patisserie when actually it's super easy to make yourself at home. So to start, I'm showing you how to make the pastry. I'm using shop bought puff pastry and I'm going to cut that into 3 strips. I like to cut mine into 3 strips just so they can fit onto my baking tray, and then when it's out of the oven and cooled, that's when I'll cut it into my slices for my mille-feuille. Usually with puff pastry, you really want it to puff up, but with the mille-feuille, you want to keep it nice and thin but still get those lovely layers. So I'm going to use a fork and prick the base all over to try keep it from puffing up so much. Now on top, I'm going to sprinkle over a light dusting of castor sugar. Another tip to stop it from rising so much is to weigh it down. So I'm going to place a piece of baking paper on top, and then I have some heavy baking trays that I'm going to place over the top. Now that ain't puffing up. So that can go in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes or until nice and golden. You might just want to have a look underneath halfway through. My pastry is out of the oven and I've let it cool on a wire rack, and now I'm going to cut it into my slices. I'm doing 11 centimeters by 4.5, but you could do these any shapes or sizes you would like. So I'm going to take my ruler to be nice and accurate, cut off any rough edges. I like to use a ruler to cut my first one out to get it nice and precise, and then I use the cut out one as a template for the rest of the pastry. My pastry is sliced. I'm now going to show you how to make the meringue, which I'm going to use to top the mille-feuille. So I have 2 egg whites. I'm going to add that into a bowl. I'm going to beat that until it forms soft peaks. Once you have your soft peaks, you need to carry on beating and add your castor sugar a tablespoon at a time. And then you want to keep beating until you've got stiff, glossy peaks. My meringue is done. That is so easy to make, but I really think it makes the mille-feuille look really pretty. I'm gonna pop that in a piping bag and get decorating. To fill my mille-feuille, I'm using some sweetened double cream. I've just whipped that up and put it into a piping bag. I'm also using fresh raspberries and some smooth raspberry jam that I've also added into a piping bag. So I'm going to take the first piece of pastry, place that onto my plate. I'm going to alternate between a blob of cream and then a fresh raspberry. And with the jam, I'm going to run a line through the middle. Pop the next layer on, and then you want to repeat that again. And finally, the meringue. I'm using a star nozzle to give it a pretty effect. I'm going to pipe it along the top and then blowtorch it. So there you have my beautiful raspberry meringue millefeuille. Easy.